was walking down a long, dark tunnel toward this beautiful light. It was beckoning me, pulling me toward the other side, like a powerful, irresistible force, calling my name toward this beautiful light, beautiful light, beautiful light, beautiful light, alone. In the darkness.
Bruh.
Hold on a sec, man. Hold on.
bounty hunters. We don't need to scum them.
Hey, traders. Welcome to episode 841 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and I appreciate it, of course. It's Sunday, and as you know, with less than 1 hour to go, Bitcoin's weekly candle will close. And it's been pretty good on the 4 hour, and the daily is now painting a bullish engulfing candle. We'll get confirmation soon. It seems pretty strong right now. We're on the 4 hour. I guess what we can do is, love this screen, right? I really do, but I just can't get the analysis I want. I'm left wanting on this screen. So this is the screen I want, so we can really get the feeling for what's happening. Okay. The oscillators. So I tweeted about this, and we had a falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish reversal pattern. The big move up and then the downsloping price contraction. And honestly, dude, like legit, you could have looked at this kind of like a bullish dragon pattern, where you had the the nose, the head, the foot, the hump, the second foot with just anchor point 1 and 2 there. All you had to do, and you broke that too, and you've run up pretty nicely so far. This is also a trade setup. I didn't go live yesterday, so in lieu of going live, I did a Patreon trade setup instead, and working out great. Entry was around 83.21 or something. I mean, I got filled at 83.30, and I know it got as low as 83.19 since I posted the trade setup, so it did hit the entry, I think only once or twice before going. It was really right here. It was once we rejected these lower prices, and you could see the positive histogram appearing, and it was really like you were just so close to the cusp. The shortening of the thrust is what got me. The shortening of the thrust with tail end RSI divergence, where you were building positive, or you were building bullish divergence, you got it on the RSI too. And so the shortening of the thrust, really, man, it's very simple. It's a Wyckoff term. It's really when you're in a downtrend, you're selling off lower lows, lower highs. But then and you have like proportional. Let me try to redraw this. You have like proportional sell-offs where you lose like a certain amount of percentage of value on each sell-off, right? Big one on the first, like a big sell-off, you lose a lot of value on that first dump. And the second dump, you can get like matching losses in value, like a measured move, like a flag or something. All right, and when you start getting to the end of downtrends, you normally will stop selling off near as much as the previous impulse is down, and you'll only really sell off a little bit more. And when that happens, that's literally what you call the shortening of the thrust, where sellers are pretty much signaling that they're exhausted. And the best way to really get a feel if this shortening of the thrust is the real deal or not is to look at the oscillators, to look at the RSI and the MACD. All right, so shortening of the thrust, sellers are exhausted. The selling pressure is just not near what it was before. All right, so just wanted to clarify what that means. It happens on every market. It's very, very nice and can be very effective if you can coincide being able to identify shortening of the thrust with what? The divergence. The divergence with that SOT, and the falling wedge pattern. Those were tons of coinciding variables. And here's another thing that I witnessed when I was looking at this, and I really liked it. So on the 4 hour, you see that there is no accumulation on 4 hour, but if you go to the 60-minute chat, there is accumulation, truly, where traders settled up. Look here, listen, a low on price, the higher low, the accumulation. And then you could have made the argument, and I didn't even go with it, I haven't even talked about it, but you could have been like, it looked bullish because of the higher low, but also what? 3 rising valleys, anybody? Come on, dude. I mean, it's, again, not very clear, but you can see it, right? Making a higher low like that's not a bear flag, dude. When you make bear flags, you want to make really discernible lower lows when you consolidate. This was not that at all. So, again, you know, I mean, easy enough, like the top of the pattern up here, really. I mean, this was the confirmation line of this pattern, the rising 3 valleys. And you could measure it like this, so just candle close, conservative, whatever, from the breakout of the confirmation line. And there you go, measure moves hit, no problem, man. You know, 3 rising valleys, you have 3 valleys that are proportionate to each other. This wasn't really a good one, it's pretty scuffed. With the 3 rising valleys, you also have 2 peaks, 1 peak and then the second peak. From the top of that second peak is where you draw your trend line, which is what we call the confirmation line, and you measure from the lowest peak or the lowest valley to the highest peak from the breakout, and that's how you get your measure move. That's the measure principle. All right, so it was scuffed small pattern, but what really, you know, a large bullish pattern with a small scuffed bullish pattern. Okay, they're all saying the same thing, drawing a bullish conclusion to the consolidation. So hope you're all having a great Sunday. Bitcoin is consolidating, and now, hey, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're at the 60-minute chart right now, and just want to say real quick, I've got these trend lines that I've had here for like weeks now, 85.92 to 86.59, a critical battleground area. If you've been watching the stream, you know for a fact this has been here, and it's been under the scope of discussion for a while, where sellers and buyers really battle here. Supports, resistances, supports. Once you really held here, it was another scuffed 3 rising valleys. Played out brilliantly here. I mean, scuffed again, but you can still kind of see the psychology of the insignificant pattern. All right, you look left. This goes back months ago, where you can see resistance, support, 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 resistance, 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 right? So where we are is we are below that. We are below this battleground, 60-minute battleground area. Really need to break above it. You know what can happen if we can break above it? We could go on a run that Bitcoin went on last time when we made it eventually to 9,000, but to almost 9,200 on the weekend before the dump. A square up, 9,043. Critical areas, chat. Are we cool? Everybody, we cool, man? Stars on. I just wanted to get all that off my chest since I wasn't here yesterday. There was a lot to talk about. And hey, man, there you go. But yeah, y'all got 100 likes. So I said if y'all get 100 likes before I show my face, I get a beer. And it's like, fine, man. You know, took it really easy this weekend. Didn't do much of anything. And feeling good. Yeah, feeling good in the neighborhood, the Bitcoin neighborhood. All right, so cheers to y'all. Best friggin' chat. Really grateful that you think of me on a day like this. That is so important. And in just 5 days, Bitcoin's monthly candle will be closing. Okay, the monthly that is currently painting a bullish engulfing candle, and it would be the first confirmed bullish engulfing candle that we have seen since February of 2019, almost 1 year, 11 months. And we're just going to show you real quick right here. This is a monthly. Each candle represents 1 month, 31 days. All right, again, last bullish engulfing candle we saw was February 1st, 2019, right here pictured. And here's the new one. Fantastical, man. So the monthly's great. Bullish convergence. Look, you're waning on negative momentum. Barely had any. So if you can get some fall through price action on the monthly, then this should be going green again soon. The weekly, also extremely important and very significant. If you look, you know my tweet I posted about 8,200 was the weekly last line of defense for bulls. You had to hold above it or you were screwed. You're probably going to go down to 7,400. What happened intra-week? Bitcoin went to 8,216. 8,216, chat, before bouncing not once but pretty much twice, double bottoming with that shortening of the thrust on the 60-minute and 4-hour really, and big bounce. And now we're above what? The top of the resistance zone, right? Where we know resistance zones go between where traders settled up and the highest high of that session or that week or whatever that day. Just depends on what time scale you're looking at. You're above both now, chat. That's wonderful. That's really strong. So you could be looking at a break, hook, and go potentially on the weekly, if we're lucky, if market participants see that we are about to probably, when this weekly candle closes, we will probably see a positive histogram wick, like on the local on the 8th. It'll just be there, barely green. Very possible. So it would be the first level of positive momentum Bitcoin has seen on the weekly since August 19th, 2019. That has been a long time. And that means if follow through price action appears with this positive momentum appearing, it could go much, much higher. And the fact that on the weekly Bitcoin is in neutral still, plenty of room to run for market participants if they so choose. 85.75, up nearly 3% today. Very good. We dumped after the last monthly? Do you mean weekly? Because not monthly. Again, we talked about the monthly, Jason. Have I seen gold yet, dude? Of course I've seen gold. I see it when I sleep, dude. Just kidding. You know, because I do love gold. Whew. All right, man. Is anyone there? Anyone at all? Bueller? Type in the chat. Someone? Well, I gotta do it, my ritual. Do you hear the voices, chat? Ancient voices. Just kidding. So, what are people talking about? Like XRP's doing something? Dude, they're all doing something. ICX up almost 11% off the move up, right? All altcoins are rising. It's not because they're worth a crap, dude. You know that. It's about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's done everything. Done it all, man. But XRP, though, specifically up 5%. Who cares? 23 cents, man? Yeah, we're waiting tentatively. Waiting like kings. So here is the daily. We haven't even, I don't think we looked at it. No, we've only looked at the 60-minute, 4-hour, weekly, and monthly, not the daily. Here's the daily, which a bullish engulfing candle is being painted right now by the Bob Rosses, the market makers, the market participants. What are they doing? They're breaking us back above not only a weekly critical area, a daily critical area. As you can see, the price action correlation to this area was, yeah, you fell below it, but it's not about breaking through bearishly. It's about your follow through price action after you break out bearishly. And we did break in back in bearishly this week, but sorry, on less significant time scales, you were exhausted. And so now you've begun to recover and you're above this very critical zone. Big deal, man. Real big deal. You think that next target's kind of like 8,900 to 9,000, where we had tested before on the weekend, a couple weekends ago, and failed miserably. So you'd think that's where you'd be going next. And if you're just talking about as a pure trader, back to the 4-hour real quick. I mean, your targets for any wedge on any market, very reasonable to take profit at a 50% retrace and a 61.8% retrace, 1-2. 87.09 and 88.24. Third target could be 89.88, whatever. Gold mooning, well, DCA, you know, the stance I've had on gold since I started creating content. I mean, we were bullish on it before it even broke out. The Composite Man was acquiring his position for 6 years. Composite Man was doing stuff on gold, and here you are breaking to your highest level besides the wicks. If you were to close right now on gold, it'd be the highest level traders settled up on the day since, let's go all the way back to 2011, 2012. No, it was like 2013, since April 8th, 2013. Really not much resistance where you are. I mean, this isn't a peak. I mean, I guess there's a high here, but that's not anything. Again, I think 1640 is your first real overhead resistance. I guess you could say maybe 1616. Whatever, man. You could plot it there, but and really those aren't even that major. The most major overhead resistance is up at like nearly $1,800 an ounce, man. The gold's going. It's in an uptrend. It's beautiful. Looking at it in log scale, it's beautiful, man. And I guess, yeah, there's news going on. People are saying that the U.S. embassy's getting hit or something in Baghdad. I don't know. Joe, it's completely fine. I mean, dude, the name of the game is to continue to diversify your portfolio, right? So you can buy physical gold and silver, have it stowed away in a stash, you know, underground safe, whatever, vault, and at the same time you can also have like GLD, like a gold trust, or you can own the spot price on certain exchanges, and you can literally do both, and that just further diversifies your holdings in precious metals, right? Yeah, coronavirus, dude. I mean, I just before stream I watched this, like, I don't know, 5 to 7 minute video on this Chinese guy who's like in his late 20s, early 30s, like a lot of us, and I mean, he's just saying like what's happening is unreal. Like, you can't even, if say you have like in Wuhan, if you have like you know, high blood pressure, you're having a heart attack, any issues now, like you can't do anything. Like, there's no manpower. There's not enough like facilities to cover everyone. Like, it's very bad right now. And there's estimates of up to 90,000 people have been infected with this virus. Which do we really trust the CCP, dude? Not Soviets, but the effing communists, the mafia. That's what the Chinese government is. We can't believe them. I mean, they're just not going to give accurate information. But, you know, it's gotten real bad, man. It's like Chernobyl all over again. That's what a lot of people are saying. Sorry, just finishing this coffee, man. Very good. So what I used to do, and I guess I'm doing now, is I put a little bit of heavy whipping cream in my coffee, dude. It makes it so effing good. If you've never tried it, just give it a shot, man. So good. Okay, man, we'll look at XRP for y'all, whatever. Gold. Hype in the chat for gold. Gotta love it, man. Whatever, man. Yeah, bullish and golden candle. Bullish and golden candle still hasn't hit the second target, but maybe this time. It's not making higher highs yet. I mean, that's great, dude. It's a start, you know. Look, I mean, you got, looks like pretty good bullish convergence going on, I guess. Let's fast forward through that. SPX futures selling off. Well, tweeted about it, and I don't know if it's going to last. But hey, man, just applying traditional technical analysis to the S&P 500 at a 1.618. golden mean ratio. Drew, I don't know, man. Sounds rough. Yeah, very sad news about Kobe Bryant passing at 41, and his daughter and others in that crash. He went way too young, and arguably one of the best basketball players in the history of the sport. Yeah, it's tragedy, and it was just his own personal helicopter, and there's not much more news beyond that besides rest in peace to a legend. Sucks, dude. So, I mean, like, look, dude, this isn't anything new. I mean, this was like, hey, dude, I didn't take a trade on it, but I definitely showed you if you were gonna take a trade on XRP, I gave you reasons why it might break to the upside, which was the falling wedge, like Bitcoin did, the bullish divergence into bullish convergence, and it was so close to divergence, you could have said convergence, divergence, green or white, it doesn't matter to me. It was so close. And once you broke out, I mean, this was it, target, man. 24.47 cents, and the secondary target that I have discussed, it'd be very tough to get to that, because if you get to that, you're breaking major resistance points. Going back, dude, historically, September, August 2018, and over here, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff here, man. So, great, XRP, what's it doing? Only making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows over and over and over again. Who cares, dude? It's XRP. It's not supposed to be an investment, dude. It's a utility token that banks use to transfer their large sums of money virtually in record time. That's all it is. It's not you owning anything but that. It's not an investment in Ripple. Oh yeah, it is, dude. Yeah, it is. Oh wait, no, it's not, because you can't say that when they're now trying to confirm that they're going to IPO, or they're trying to IPO. You're delusional if you think that. Okay, so utility token. You're not investing in Ripple. You just own the utility token that the banks use. They use it and they dump it. All right. Hey, great, man. Great that the pattern played out. Sure thing, Elliot. Well, EOS, yeah, EOS looks brilliant, man. If Bitcoin was to get some follow-through price action, EOS has a real good chance of breaking higher highs. It's showing a very formidable pattern right now. That potential cup with handle, man. More utility than Bitcoin, why the hate? I mean, Bitcoin, you can't, it's literally the foundation of crypto. Without Bitcoin, XRP doesn't even exist. Hate? What's the hate? You mean informing people so they don't, get stuck in something that, I mean, what's the ROI on XRP? What's the ROI on XRP since January 2018? Right? For the future, the past 2 years, ROI is negative stupid amounts, okay? And it's not, yeah, I can't hate on it when I say there's a falling wedge, there's divergence, it looks like impending price action, reversal to the upside, here are our targets. Before this happens, before all this movement happens, when we're down here just barely breaking out, you can't say why the hate when I'm actually saying this thing has a chance to run to the upside to these targets. That's just crazy, dude. I mean, it just seems like you might be emotionally invested in XRP, Louis. I think you are. I know you are, actually. Alex Cobb's chat and stuff. So it's cool, though, man. You can be emotionally invested, I guess. But for me, great for a couple targets, and then I don't give a crap after that. Great investment. So if it's not an investment, then let's just trade it. Pump it and dump it. Great. Ethereum Classic, man. Up 8, almost 9% today. Look at this, dude. Look at the rally, and then just the range, the consolidation between 777 and 930. $2 range plus, or right around there. And if you can break above 948, you might have another run up to 1157. You very well could. I mean, there's no resistance really above that. I mean, I know there's swing highs here. But dang, dude, Ethereum Classic has just been hugely bullish. Look at the volume involved, and then just look at the consolidation after. It still looks good. There was no bearish divergence, so the attempted rally could come next. Very well could. Only if Bitcoin performs. The whole crypto market? Yeah, and do you hear me saying good things about those assets? Nope. Do you think I'm like talking about Ethereum Classic as it's an amazing investment? No, look, this is a 10 times better looking chart than effing XRP, Louis. Okay, do you think XRP was doing anything like this? Nope. Absolutely not. It did nothing like this. It was not showing anything as bullish as this on the technicals, and definitely didn't perform anything like this on the run up. So, no one is saying, you're doing whataboutism. What about the others? I mean, that's deflecting your own coin's poor performance. ETC is funded by Grayscale. Okay. Still ETC. How much money does it make per quarter? Oh, wait, it doesn't. So the only fundamental backing Ethereum Classic has really is speculation, Momo, sentiment. Okay. So then it was like the sentiment was bad. You're making lower highs, lower lows, but then you got to 100% retrace and showed bullish divergence with no negative momentum. So pretty much Class A plus bullish divergence on 100% retrace, a 52-week, this was 52 weeks from this low to this low. You showed exhaustion after 100% retrace, and you broke the downslip, the supply line, and you were gone. You had opportunity here. But if you are obsessed with XRP, you probably didn't give a crap about this or any other S coin. You're probably just concerned about XRP and what partnerships it's coming up with, and oh my god, they're IPOing, dude. Like, great job, dude. What's up, Booty? Privacy coins? I don't know. I mean, I feel like Jane Doe, they play the same role in terms of, I think they have utility, which is good. Meaning, like, right, you can own the asset, you can trade it, buy it, and sell it, and it's untraceable. But XMR, Dash, Zcash, whatever the other ones are, the other crap one, I can't remember. Some shiller came in here a year ago, and he's never come back. But Pivx or whatever. They could trade at $1 per coin, and they'd still serve the same purpose, right? Pure privacy, untraceable. I think it has utility, but I don't think it matters what it trades at. I don't think it matters. It's not something like you put your money into and hope it appreciates in value. So yeah, I believe privacy coins are good for what they do, but it has no determination on what the value of the asset is when you use it for its utility. And that's the same thing kind of with XRP. Like, great, yeah, we know they're really fast transactions, but XRP could be at 1 penny and still serve the same purpose and do it just as well as it's doing right now. So people being like, this one's undervalued. The only way I look at value on crypto, the only way I think you could look at value is based on Fibonacci and retraces, which some crazy people in this space don't even believe in Fibonacci, which is crazy, dude. It's like all we have to go off of is technicals and market sentiment and momentum. We have nothing else to go off of. So how could you not believe in TA, but you believe in I believe in Garlinghouse's words, dude. Or whatever your idea is. Oh my god, dude. Adam's in here? What's up, Adam, dude? Australia Jesus, man. Public holiday? Oh, yeah, it's Australia Day. Hey, if Phil Censura's in here, I have bread. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, Lane gets it. Lane knows this is a trader's market, not necessarily an investor's market. Right? You invest in things that have track records that prove they make a certain amount of money per quarter, and they'll keep making money per quarter. And you'd preferably want to invest in something that's a market leader. You wouldn't want to, oh yeah, well, they're competing against Amazon or Facebook or Apple. That's not very good. You know, you want market leaders that make hundreds of millions of dollars per quarter. That's fundamentals you can fall back on. No, Joe, that's not true. Ethereum's only doing well because of Bitcoin. XRP is only moving up and engulfing today because of Bitcoin, not the other way around. Phil is here, dude. Oh, Vegemite, dude. Oh, God. I don't know, man. It's pretty dead stream so far, but we're waiting. We've got, What's up, Alex Copper, man? Thanks for the $4.20 contribution. Is that a space joint? Thank you, dude. Sorry we're having a differing view. I mean, you don't have to apologize for it, but you can't say I'm hating on it just because I'm speaking truth about it, and you actually are emotionally involved with that asset. You are. Like, I know you, dude. You're very much like, you believe in XRP like more than anything else in this crypto space, including Bitcoin. And yeah, my opinion is I don't think that's the case. Maybe it has better use case than other assets, but it doesn't correlate to its price and how much it's worth. And that's what I'm talking about. So who cares if XRP is doing what it's doing, but the only way to get in on it or to potentially invest in it is owning an asset in the past 2 years that's depreciated in value like 1,000%. Who cares? Yeah, wait for the Ripple IPO. What happened? Why is XRP even something you can own? As just like a regular Joe Schmo, why should you even be able to own XRP if they're making an IPO? Yeah, we would Litecoin, sure. It's all right, just going into this stuff. Alex Copper, though. All right, log scale. Hey, beautiful breakout. We know that. We engulfed on the 10th of January. Very good news so far as you're engulfing today. You're up nearly 5%. What have you done? You broke a pretty critical area. I don't know. It's where traders set it up. You can see it here. You're back testing it, holding it. You're not showing any exhaustion, buyer exhaustion. I think that if Bitcoin was to rise to 87 to 8,900, even 9,000, you'd see 64.75 probably. That is the area. Why is it red here on my screen? It's because that is the reversal point. That is where, if you can break 65 bucks and then back test it and hold and then run again, you could very well be reversing your overall trend. The trend you've been in since June 22nd, 2019. Okay, it could be reversing and going back to this, right? Huge impulse up, very nice move. Started with the inverse head and shoulders. Then you dumped and lost about 78 to 88% of your value in linear scale. And now you've reversed to the upside. There was value, right? 78, 88% retraces, value areas. Well, people perceive that. And now here we are from $37 at its lowest point, really, to its highest point of $62. I mean, we're talking, 40% increase in value in like 1 month. Wow. And XRP had the same increase in value. Yeah, Louis, I made that abundantly clear. Yeah, XRP is utilized by other companies. Yeah, and they use it and then they dump it. They don't hold it. They don't hold that asset. I said it, they utilize it for its utility. They use it for the utility, and then when they're done, they go cash again. They sell it. Yeah, I mean, like, again, there's Sandbo, XRP, Bully. It's like you're saying we're haters because we're just spitting facts about what it is in what market it is in, and we're saying that it's just based on pure speculation like everything else in this market, and you think for some reason that it's different than everything else and how it's valued or how its value is perceived. It's the same value perception that Neo, Litecoin, Maker, ZRX, XRP, just put it in the basket, all the same. Trader's market. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. We've got 19 minutes till your weekly candle close. 85.59. I mean, you know, it's not really moved since the beginning of the stream. Before the stream started, it was nearing its highest high of the day. Where does Bitcoin get its value from? Well, the fact that it has the most transactions, confirmations of transactions over any asset in the crypto space ever, and will remain that way, as well as the asset of Bitcoin is literally the invention of the technology of blockchain. Those two things are kind of good, but I'm not going to disagree with you on the fact that it is definitely not a a means of exchange, right? It's like a medium of exchange. Definitely not. Too slow, and it's definitely not a store of value, which is because it's too volatile right now and it's too illiquid. I mean, the whole market is like that. The whole crypto space is very illiquid in terms of like how much total market cap there is. But you can't say we can't trade it. You can't say we can't trade this thing and get out of here with that. Well, that's great. You can speculate that for sure. But don't confuse it with actual investing, right? Speculation and investing, they're different. XRP is not a real investment. It's speculation right now. A utility token in a speculative market. That's what it is. Okay, so we're talking about Bitcoin futures. Yeah, that's a good question. But yeah, it's open. It gapped up. Definitely gapped up from its close on Friday of 8,500. It's up $100. So that gap might fill. I guess we can go to it real quick. Okay, so the dragon, man, the dragon. Anyone remember the dragon? We had a 4-hour dragon too. So you'd clearly broken out. And you'd really just close the week at very critical areas, right? Like this, right there. You close right at that area, and you've now gapped up above it. Okay, that's all that's going on right now. So yeah, gap fill down to 84, 84, 8,500. Very possible, could happen. Or it might not happen. I don't know, man. The gap fills are there. Look, dude, you went... People be like, oh god, gap fills. Well, 76.24 never got filled, dude. It didn't. Where the traders settled up, it did not fill the gap. So, what you got to say about that? Here's another gap, and guess what? There's a gap way up at 11,939 too. But no one wants to talk about that. People only want to talk about gaps below you, but no one ever wants to talk about gaps above you. I'm not sure if it's pessimism or what, but. Okay, that's your futures chart. It's open. No, man, Joe, it's really just trying to bring people to earth a little bit. I've converted many people that were just moon boys. That's all they were. Like people watch YouTube that don't care about technical analysis or charts, or they don't understand what makes something worth something. You know, it's not just speculation and what it's doing. It's like about how much money it makes and every quarter. And if you're on this market, you don't do that. There is no quarterly reports on how much money it makes per quarter based on the service or product it supplies or provides, right? This market doesn't have that. Crypto. So 85.70 now. We can go to the 4-hour again. Where you know what's going on just for the simple trade. Target, first target 87.09, second target 88.24. Beautiful pattern. Beautiful everything. Shorting the thrust. Bullish evidence in the ID. Bullish evidence in the RSI. It's all wonderful, man. It's very good. No, I didn't look at EOS yet. No, not yet, dude. Sorry, we've just been kind of focusing on Bitcoin because Bitcoin drives this market. Not XRP, not EOS, not Litecoin, not Maker, Binance Coin, ONT. It's Bitcoin. So we've just been focusing on that. Looked at gold a little bit. I think we did look at Litecoin, though. And XRP, for that matter. Wow. I hate XRP so much that we looked at it and just discussed and analyzed it. Talked about support resistances. Chill music, though, man. Really chill music. Nah, Drew, I don't. Not me. Other people do, I'm sure. Just for me, because a gap fill on the CME is like, okay, that's one variable. What about all the other variables, right? I want to have when I throw my cake into the oven, which when I go and trade something, I want to have a bunch of ingredients that back up my baking. My argument is with technical analysis, and then I turn on the oven. Right, when I turn on the oven and take the trade, it's like I want to have a bunch of different things. I want to have the flour, the milk, the eggs, the whatevers, right, from the baking. You want to have as many coinciding variables as possible before you take that trade, and a gap fill is nothing. It's like, oh, it's a gap fill.
This was better BTC or XRP. BTC is slow and stores value like a bucket with holes. XRP is fast and holds value like a bucket with holes. Easy answer.
Let me read that again, sorry. Getting attacked here, man. Adrian, man, thanks for the 420. Well, there you go, man. Yeah, it's like they're both whatever. They're both speculative. They're both on a speculative market. But I don't know, man. Just based on like everything, Bitcoin respects the TA the most. Out of any asset that exists on this market, I think the TA is respected the most on Bitcoin. That's it, dude. Bitcoin respects TA. I know XRP does sometimes, but man, just the trend of it is just weird. It's just nothing but depreciate when Bitcoin pumps. In its latter days, XRP has not followed through, and then when Bitcoin dumps, XRP resoundingly overperforms in its losses versus Bitcoin. So there you go, Drew, man. That's what I set my trading oven to. Well, you know, I think the setting the temperature and time for your trade, the baking analogy, is more like your technical analysis argument, right? Before you put your cake in the oven, you then have to talk to the dashboard and be like, okay, well, I'm the dashboard. Why are you taking this trade? And then that is when before you even hit start, you say, this is why. This is why I'm going long at this area. This is why my stop loss is at this area. This is why I'm taking profit and layering out at these areas, right? That's what the process of putting the cake that you already have into the oven is, hitting the buttons. Okay. There's no fundamental analysis really on XRP, dude. I'm sorry. Not on the utility token of XRP. If that was the case and it was so great, why is there no correlation in price action? And why is it only lost stupid amounts of value in 2 years when Bitcoin in the past year, it went through its correction, but once it found its bottom, it recovered and doubled in value. It actually went up nearly 300% in value before reversing and correcting. And its lowest point, it only lost like 65% of its value before recovering. And XRP was like, it's recently at its lowest low of its entire downtrend that started at the Great FOMO. Like after it hit $4 or whatever, it hit its lowest low just recently. Bitcoin has not done anything like that. Bitcoin's chart, the technicals look 10 times better than they do for XRP. And it's weird because many other assets look better than XRP on the technicals. That's it. You can't get around that. Nathan, all I see, you didn't ask a question. All I saw was you say I don't answer questions, which you're delusional to say that, dude. Whatever, Mitch. Whatever, Nathan M, dude. Oh, whatever, Common Crypto, who cares? There you go, J-Rock, man. You can apply 2 different strategies together and make it your own, dude. That's what it's all about, man. That's what technical analysis is. You find what works for you. What strategy works for you. Day trade, swing trade, position trade. What do you use? What are your tools? What are your weapons? Yeah, I don't see everything. Yeah, exactly. This is how I treat people. Yeah, Nathan, people that are rude to me, I'm doing this for free. I'm like here almost 7 days a week, and I do it for free. And I give free analysis, free education, more than other people do. And you come in here acting like I don't engage with chat. I engage with chat more than anyone in this space, dude. So you're just being naive. You have to be new, man. You have to be new. Good, I don't want you to watch me. Leave, Nathan. You know what? I'll make it easy on you, okay? Very, very easy. Boom. Bye. Fighting with, no, I'm just fighting with, I'm not fighting. It's like, wow, dude. I guess people are so sensitive now that when you have a debate, Louis Marriott, been in this community for a long time, we have differing opinions, and we have stern conversations with each other. But other people are very sensitive and think that we're fighting. That it's like bridge burning fight, dude. It's like, no, man, we just have talks like this. It's not the first talk we've had like this. It's like the 5th or 6th we've had like this in a year, okay? But whatever, man. People don't value what they get for free. There you go. Thank you, Yang. Exactly. No one values this. Crazy, dude. The amount of hate when Bitcoin is appreciated in value 3% in a day. It's crazy. Thanks for the nearly 700 people tuned in. I'm just here on a Sunday, you know. We're waiting 6 minutes till the weekly close. Remember, that's what it's about, the weekly candle close, where we have broken a falling wedge pattern on the 4-hour with divergence on both oscillators, the shortening of the thrust. See anybody talk about, oh man, that's cool, dude. Divergence is cool and it works, and you're putting a bunch of things together and then it's happening, it's playing out. No one's talking about that. They're just talking about what S coin is providing value. Everyone's S talking people. I mean, hello, stick to what is important here, and it's the technical analysis. That's why I go live, dude. Actually, LK, until something changes, Bitcoin does drive this market and is the one coin to rule them all. So, yeah, but I do agree that tech evolves extremely fast. We have something called Moore's Law, where technology will increase 1.8 times every year. So rapid growth over and over and over again. Thanks, Mark, man. Nathan's Benito? I mean, probably, dude. Like, really? All right, 4 minutes, chat. We're just hanging out now, running out of the clock, whatever. Sunday.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
What's up, Pablo Crypto? Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Glad to have you, man.
After the course, can you take a look at my thoughts on CTL? Posted in chat yesterday. Would like to hear your feedback on the asset.
CTL?
Mine's writing out Engine on his most recent breakout. Love you, BB.
What's up, Engine Jesus, man? Thanks for the 420. Yeah, dude. Let's look at CTL then Engine. Thank you, both of y'all. Was this an unofficial setups maybe? CTL. What tab did you post it in? Adam, man, Peabody. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it was in just Patreon chat. Crap. You talking about was that the one that was dumping maybe? And you were saying like, Oh yeah, CenturyLink. CTL then Engine. Yeah, big downtrend, certainly. Yeah, huge downtrend. And I'd not really, you know, if I did, it's like, hold on my utility screen. Yeah, so it's like huge downtrend. I mean, you've been in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, like since, jeez, dude, what? Since like 2007, man. It's been awful. Like lower high than this high, lower high than this high, lower highs, right? So, yeah, very bearish. Or something like this, or probably like this. And I think we could probably include some of this here, but man, these highs are just almost the same. But Adam's idea was like, all we're doing, this is what he said, all right? He was reading a cool,
we don't need that scum.
he was reading a cool article on how wedges, which are, you know, ascending broadening wedge, which he has plotted a multiple. This is an ascending broadening wedge, and so is this, according to Adam. All right, where you had it like this. I'll just mimic what he has plotted. Okay, yeah, I'm double clicking on it and it's just not working. That's great, dude. Really? Huh? Okay, I can't go to settings. Nice. So I can't change the color. Well, I guess I could do it down here. Right. Wow, dude, never seen that before. That's a different bug. Oh my god, hey, y'all know the Trading View followed me this weekend? So ascending broadening wedge. There's another one here. Yeah, we're failing, you know, from the high point to the low point. You've hit the golden zone, right? The first area where it wouldn't be weird if the price reversed to the downside, especially the trend is bearish. Yeah, absolutely. Look, you're kind of double topping here too. Look, a high on price, the same high on price with lower levels of relative strength, bearish divergence, class A. No, class B, excuse me. Oh my god, what am I doing? Bearish divergence. Not on the MACD, just the RSI. So definitely could reverse here. But man, you're showing that accumulation, higher lows. But we've seen, you get higher lows in downtrends all the time. Look at the higher lows, the accumulation, right? But still, the prevailing trend is bearish. And all you're doing is making another lower high than the previous high. This thing could run all the way up to 1863 and still be uber bearish. But how we are kind of double topping here with divergence, you'd think that we could sell off and maybe eventually see 1350 again. All right, Bitcoin, 8,595. We are at the highest high of the day with 5 seconds to go. We'll look at Engine after Bitcoin, all right? It is now, oops, what the, sorry, what the? Okay, here we are, 8610. A new day has begun. Jesus chimes. Hype in the chat, I guess, if you care. We did it. We did it. The week is closed. That's right. Jesse, 8612. Guess what happened on the daily? Bullish engulfing candle. Target still 8709, 8824, and 8988. Different fib nodes. And you're climbing. You're at the highest point of the entire rally. The rally actually kind of started, you know, just yesterday. And there's the beep. 8615, 8620, 21, 29, 30. You're climbing. You're rallying like to Jesus, man. 8632. Up $35 on the new day. Not by much, but hey, confirmed and painted daily bullish engulfing candle chat. Let's look at the weekly real quick, because remember we talked about. There it is. Chat, more Jesus chimes. First positive histogram wick on the weekly since the week of August 19th, 2019. It's been a while, chat. Been a long while. But here we are. What else did you do on the weekly? You held 8,200. Not only did you sell off to backtest 8,200, the zone of resistance between 8,200 and 8,500, you held and you closed above both of them. Like to Jesus, man. That is very good price action. So now you can have a break, hook, and go confirmation on the weekly. That would be insane, dude. I'm not saying that's happening or it's happened yet or will happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Break, hook, and go confirmation, strongest form of confirmation exists. Getting on a weekly is big time, man. Real big. So look at this daily chat. Just looking at it for the first time now. Engulfing. And what do we talk about with engulfing candles? When they close near their highest point of the day, those are the strongest engulfing candles. Well, that's exactly what we got just 2 minutes ago. Beautiful. Futures down on the S&P 500. Well, again, that's not really surprising based on the coinciding variables that were occurring on that asset or really just the market. Whew. Are we cool, chat? Everyone understand what's going on here? All right. Engulfing the wedge, the trade, began to move up, but it stalled out at 86.32, 93, and no higher. That's it, man. Very nice. Casper, 99 on the RSI is not true at all. We're not even overbought. So we're under 70 on the RSI on the 4 hour. I don't know what RSI you're looking at, Casper. But dude, I will tell you the content has been insane at that house they're now leaving. Unreal. Well, like you saw how the price moved as soon as the weekly and daily closed. Pop, you went up to the highest point of the rally, right? That's like sometimes like how price action can occur when old candles end and new ones begin, and that can happen on the monthly too, which we are again just 5 days away from that.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
What's up, Chris K? Thanks for the sub, man. Welcome. Glad to have you. That's it, man. I mean, I don't know what else I can do on Bitcoin, really. Maybe we can the 60-minute again since the weekly closed. And you can see that we're breaking back into the very critical range between 85.92 and 86.59, the battleground area, where we had held it, higher lows at it, broke above it, back tested, and then we ran to 9,200 almost for dumping and then holding it for a while, and then we broke it. And once we broke it, that's when the big sell-off occurred, and then sellers got exhausted on the 60-minute and 4 hour, and then we rallied and dumped again to make a higher low on the 60-minute, but on the 4 hour it was triple MACD bullish divergence and just some tail end RSI bullish divergence. Took the entry around 83.21, 83.25, and here we are at 86.10. Not up, I mean, only close to a few $100, but whatever, man. Not bad for less than 12 hours. Posting the trade, I don't know, like 10 o'clock Eastern last night, and now here we are. Yeah, Mobius, man. Yeah.
Bruh.
Come on guys, show some love to your favorite stream. Thank you Mitch for all your efforts. See you at the top.
Dude, Voodoo, man. Voodoo, thank you for the 1319 of Zcash. Dang, dude, that's like my second or third Zcash tip ever. Thank you for that, man. The exotic crypto contribution. Very cool, man. I don't know, man. I highly doubt most people in here consider me their favorite streamer. Okay, I'm too negative, and I only try to protect people, preserve their capital. Right? I just want people to be rational in their decision making when they're using their hard-earned money they work for every day. I just want them to preserve it. I don't want them to lose it in this scammy, really scammy market. If you don't think that scam is synonymous with crypto at this point, you are very new. So again, man, trying to keep people grounded, but again, like that's not what most people want to hear. Most people want to watch Badlands chugs. Most people want to hear that what they're in love with is going to eclipse everything else in the universe. So I'm not popular because of that. But hey man, I'm gonna shoot you straight, whether you like it or not. And you know how many people have like watched me and hate me because of that, and they would never watch me again. And it's like, whatever, man. What about this 64.95? Dude, what about all the gaps? I mean, there's multiple gaps to the downside. Guess what? If you're asking about 64.95, what about 11,900 something? What about that? Tell me, what about that? Yeah, Stanley, Saintel. Oh, sorry, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I mean, this was just yesterday, dude. I mean, this was like last night, 19 hours ago, posted this trade setup on Bitcoin. It's like, okay, like, whatever, man. Who cares, though, right? I'm a hater. I'm not obsessed with an S coin, so screw me. Okay. Well, thanks, AKL. Appreciate it, man. Could I be wrong? I mean, wrong? Yeah, people are wrong, dude. Wrong about what, though? What is it that I'm wrong about? Supplying information that the charts are saying to us? You can't be wrong if you say that Bitcoin bullishly engulfed on the daily when it really did, and then it fails. You can't be wrong about that. That's just real life. That's like what is painted and confirmed. Sure, Adrian. Yeah, you want to look at Nat Gas or whatever, man. Sure. Like, I know it's like it's showing a butterfly pattern, but right. Nat Gas. Yeah, it's up 4%. Oh, excuse me. Had that beer. Yeah, gap fill on natural gas at $2. There are multiple charts. I know this is just one of them. Now, you already fell below your... You'd already fallen below the PCZ, but you're right around where the entry would have been at 194. And so again, gap fill here at $2 on that gas. But this is... See, the problem with this this pattern is like there's no real strong divergence. It's not discernible that, look, the lower lows. Okay, was this divergence? Yeah, the divergence played out and then dumped again. So it's like I don't think there's absolutely any bullish divergence at this area. Now there's another natural gas. I can't even remember. Was it like this? Nat gas, US dollar. Yeah. What is going on? Why is that not here? We had the. Hold on, dude.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
Sam, what's up, dude? Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Glad to have you. This was I don't know. I guess it's not saving because I switched between computers, but remember the butterfly? Well, this can't even be a butterfly because the higher high. So, nah, dude. It's the same effing chart. Don't worry about it. So that just means, right? And give me a Tigger if you have one, but right, if this was to play out, which I have no idea, it's, dude, I don't like trade. You don't want to, I mean, hey, you can have fun trading bullish patterns and bearish trends, but it's just not really. And I get where we are though. We're kind of like supply line areas and stuff like that. Right, you can see it's like every time we get down to these areas, we normally reverse majorly to the upside, so that's a good thing. But okay, so you hit this critical historical support that goes back to 2001. Hello, anyone? 2001, and now you're bouncing. I mean, like if this was just to play out and you're talking about a trade from the top of the pattern, oops, from the top to the bottom, the target, literally the target is, you probably go your first target 224, your second target exit of the trade would be at 237. Why? Because there's something called the bearish 5-0 pattern that happens when you have a bullish shark and then it hits a 50% retrace. This is where traders would and could go short. because the trend is overall bearish. So you go short there, and then it dumps again. So like layering out 224, 237. If it's to play out, man. If it's to play out. No divergence on the daily to tell us there's impending price action reversal to the upside on natural gas futures. Okay, whatever. There you go, Adrian. Bitcoin 8,617, still over the 8,600 mark, where we just barely closed. You know, it's crazy. On the 60-minute chat, at the end of the day, we closed at its highest point of the entire. Like you can see it. This was when the daily closed right here, 85.94, higher than anywhere else traders had, settled up on any candle. So climbing, you'd think that 86.59 is very possible based on the support resistance. Look left, man. Where are traders settling up? Where is the major resistance on a 60-minute time scale? Right here, 86.59. Not far away from it. Yeah, you're a little overbought on the 60-minute, but not overbought on the 4-hour, not overbought on the daily, not overbought on the monthly, the weekly, anything. So, Discord link, yeah, mods, y'all want to post that since y'all need to go through y'all want them to go through the guidelines? Yeah, I know that. But like Bradford, normally when I go live, people ask like, you haven't posted it yet, like the one that hadn't expired. So it's like I can't just not give out the Discord link at all because I don't have your link. How do I do it with how do you show me how to do it where it goes to that first so I can just do it on my own when you're not around? I'm about to go to the bathroom.
Just saying thanks for the TA.
Neil, man, thanks for the 420, dude. Really appreciate it. Much love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for, supporting the stream and giving a crap about what I do and believing in me and, not being somebody who's brand new that doesn't know how much time and energy and work I put into everything and just denigrates me. Like they think they know everything about everything. Okay, so thank you for being a real one. Oh yeah, Engine. Yeah. Engine Jesus, man. Sorry. You know what happened though? It was like the bad timing, right? Hold on 2 seconds. We can get it on. I mean, God, keep our eye on it, man. Like, definitely got my eye on Bitcoin. Where's Engine? There it is. Only asset that's not up today. That one looks like accumulation, sell wall, right? Higher lows, that's good. Very well could be setting for higher prices, which we think, right? If you know anything about Engine, I mean, how long was this trade setup posted long ago? Like, you've still been unable to break above 91 cents, which is like candle close areas back here, and wicks converged. All right, so you're stuck in this range between 71 pennies and 91.8 pennies right here. And so it's good that you've held this for so long, but now it's time to break above 91 cents. That's it, dude. It's that simple. So you're making higher lows, which is some form of accumulation, right? You went sideways from August 2019 all the way to early December before you had that big impulse candle up that maybe set the tone for this consolidation. Eventually, I think Engine would see if it's to do what an asset would do on a traditional market. We would see between 12.69 cents and 17.5 cents before a major reversal to the downside again. You're not showing bearish divergence. You're not overbought. It still looks fine for upside potential. All right, that's Engine, man. It's the same analysis. This hadn't changed in months, dude. Months. Or a month or a month and a half, whatever. Okay? Trade setup, man. But I do have to break the seal. I'm gonna go into Bitcoin before I go to the bathroom. I don't know, man. Like, if he extended coverage, like, what's the point?
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
What's up, Arthur, man? Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Glad to have you in here. Where we've just been live now for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And thanks for the 628 people here. Thanks for the 367 likes and the 22 dislikes. Appreciate it. Looks like a W. Hey, W. Winner, winner. Whew. Okay. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. 86.37 or 86.39.99. This is the highest high of the new day. Highest high of this 4-hour candle as well. Not overbought. Only a little overbought on the 60 minutes. Daily looks good with the previous candle closing being a bullish engulfing. Your monthly is setting up for a bullish engulfing candle. Your weekly has just showed its first level of positive momentum since the week of August 19th, 2019. Many bullish things are happening on Bitcoin. You'd have to be blind reading charts to see that. Logan even brought up something earlier, and I don't really use it. It's like an augmentation or an aggregate of on-balance volume, which I used to use a little bit back in the day. I think you can actually signify divergence on it, but he uses something else. What's it called? Give me a sec. Yeah, we can look at it too. Just 2 seconds. It is... the VFI, that's what it is. 86.44 chat. Highest high. 46. Highest high. 59 to 60 right there. Boom. Just popped up, nearing the first target of the trade. If you got in on it, patrons, congratulations. Pulling back a little bit. That's okay. Any golden cross? I mean, 4 hours kind of like whatever. But I'm sure you're probably getting a 4-hour golden cross. Not on the daily though. No, not yet. I don't think. You're above the 50. No. What? Maybe you're talking about the daily only. No, I don't think so. You're above the Gaussian right now. 86.57, 86.60. You just hit your highest high again of the new day. $40 away, $50 away from that target. Not bad, man. Gotta get a sound check to make sure we're good. Yeah, well, the VFI went bullish is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Wolver, dude. Yep. Absolutely. EOS too. Trying to stay on Bitcoin for now since it is very important to this market and many people do care about it. So just trying to stick to this while it's making its session highs. It's a follow through price action. Is bullish off the previous daily candle that closed as a bullish engulfing. Pretty nice. Yeah, volume flow indicator. Even though like volume, we don't really use it too much in crypto because most of the major trading is done OTC, over the counter, not necessarily on one exchange or the other. Sounds good. Okay, thank y'all. So very nice little run we've had up at its highest point today. I think we're up maybe $70, but right now we're up $54 as it stands now. The weekly was beautiful. The weekly closed fantastic, Will James. Really well. I mean, so now the daily was the only one that didn't look that. It was like, oh, I don't know, man. Now every single time scale on Bitcoin is bullish. Every one. 60-minute, a little overbought, not diverging. 4 hour, beautiful, not overbought, in bullish territory now. Over 60. The daily, bullish engulfing candle. The weekly, again, first positive histogram wick we've seen since the week of August 19th, 2019. Then the monthly, painting the first bullish engulfing candle since February of last year. Every time scale on Bitcoin that is worth 2 craps is bullish right now. And it's how can you argue with that? If you care about technical analysis, you can't argue. Because if you know how to read charts, you'd be like, dang, dude, yeah, it's true. They're all bullish right now. Wow. Are we kings yet? I mean, we're working on it. Dang, dude. I would say when you're less than $50 away from your first target of a trade setup that was posted less than 24 hours ago, yeah, I would say that's pretty kingish. Yeah. No, Toshiro, I have not. But yeah, Wolverman, EOS definitely looks good too, dude. CME gap, yeah. What about the CME gap at 11,900, Anton? CME gap? Question mark to you. Right back at you. Spock Talk, I know what you're talking about, dude. I know what you're saying. Well, we'll see, right? I don't care though, right? Like GBTC won't run unless Bitcoin runs up. GBTC is following Bitcoin spot price, not the other way around. But yeah, hey man, you want to get exposed to if you want to get exposed to crypto or Bitcoin in your tax deferred accounts, GBTC is the tool to use. Am I expecting a pullback rejection? Maybe at 87.09 or 88.24 or 89.88. Sure, yeah, maybe. But this is profit taking levels for just a simple trade. But I mean, really, you know, this is a trade. This is not me saying, hey, Bitcoin's going to the moon. Even though the very significant timescales look primed to do that, until we break above 9,200, 9,150, you're not making a higher high. So eventually that has to be broken. Decent start to the new week and the new day. Which one was it? Let me show you something real quick. This is not the one. Give me a sec. Which one was it? Bittrex, maybe? Yeah, no, I guess it wasn't Bittrex. It was, that's the dragon, though, telling you about the dragon pattern, which is exactly what it did. It just didn't go down. You know, this is the downtrend was to continue, but we broke out in back testing kind of. What the heck, man? Here we go. All right, so this is the longer term play, right? This is you're playing a position here. This is I think a type of position trade where you're holding longer than, a few days.
Can you take a look at ICX tonight? Is it noontime?
Guy, everything's 420. Yep. What's going on, dude?
Thanks for the hard work, man. The education is always appreciated, and has helped me at least look for decent longs. Gotta go babysit some ribs for the next hour. Take care.
Alright, Joey, man. Thanks for the 420. Really, really appreciate that, man. Much love. Well, it's good, man. I'm glad I'm providing some sort of value to some people that actually take the knowledge that I'm trying to instill in you and apply it versus just coming here to talk about your favorite S-coin every single day like clockwork. Wow, it's your favorite S-coin. Great, dude. Why don't you try to learn and then look on traditional markets or any market and look for reasons why to take a long or short and then present it, So, the falling wedge that Bitcoin broke out of pretty much January 13th or so, you're still out of it. The targets on this from the high point to low point of the structure, 10,150-ish and 11,000. It's like what I just did on the 4 hour. I'm applying it to a much more significant time scale. Take a picture of this with your mind, mentally, whatever. You see it, right? And then all we do is go to the 4 hour and we apply the exact same thing. 50% retrace, 618 from the height of the structure to the low point. You get it, chat? 86.83, highest high of the day. Climbing, continuing to climb, honing in on the first target of the falling wedge trade. Shield 60%. Oh, Darren. Well, yeah, what was the other one? ICX. ICX, man, whatever, right? Well, we'll get to it in a minute, but Bitcoin is pumping to its highest highs. It's almost like every 3 minutes or so we're seeing a higher high. So I mean, I'm not going to look at another asset while this is happening on Bitcoin. I mean, I can, I guess. I just don't want people to go without coverage of the one coin that would rule them all, right? Good music though, dang. I mean, yeah, it'll gap up spot talk, but I would look at spot price to make your trades. If you're gonna trade GBTC, then just do technical now, and I do it. Where you do your technical analysis on spot price, and then you can take your long with limit buys or whatever on GBTC. It's not gonna do you wrong that way. But yeah, I know the charts are much different. I mean, a little different anyway. Where a double bottom versus an inverse head and shoulders occurred at the bottom. One does not simply look away from Bitcoin. Doodle 2 times, yep. Well, MK, man, does that contradict the analysis that is current on the S&P 500, MK? Tell me if it is. Okay, so since Bitcoin is right there, it's pulling back just a little bit, not much. We'll pull up ICX just so you can see how meh this is. All right, what is going on the daily on an icon? You know, I know you broke out of a downtrend. I know, but you are right at critical areas. Cue the song. December 14th, 2018, February 9th, 2019. You're regarding it now as what? Well, it's not support. It's resistance, resistance, resistance again. And you're below it until you break 18.46 cents and hold it and back test it and run again. You're still in a downtrend. You hadn't even made a higher high than this. We'll see if the 4 hour is showing me. What? Really? That's, I can't believe that, dude. Let's go back to the daily then. I don't know, dude. Stuff's just not saving, or I'm looking at the wrong exchange or something. It's very, very, we do it like this. Yeah, like you broke out and you kept selling off a little bit. So that's your downtrend, right? You take 1 and 2 on the top. So we're trying to get this right here. And then 3 on the bottom, and then you get a fourth touch on the bottom. And so you broke that, but it didn't matter. Look, you back tested the area that was once support, the ice line as resistance, and dumped again to lower lows. Went sideways, lower low, and then what? You made about the same low like all the other S coins. Yeah, all the other S coins, same crap. Low about the same low with higher levels of relative strength, impending price action, reversal to the upside. You pick an S coin, you probably had this, including XRP. It doesn't let me double click. Might have to refresh, but yeah. Yeah, you got it on the MACD too. Uncanny. So from the seller exhaustion, engulfing, tweezer bottom, you've run up to much higher prices. But again, it's not special. It's just like every other S coin. But one thing is very real. Until you break this area, you're nothing. You're just in this bottom part of a range. Okay? Break that, then we'll talk. You're very overbought on the daily. You know, Bitcoin's not overbought, but ICX sure is, and it's 78 on the RSI. Last time you saw 78 was March 9th. Dang, man, it's been a minute. Okay, enough of that. Music ended, so. Thanks for the nearly 700 people still here. And thanks so much for the 416 likes. Man, 4 away from a space joint. Whatever. Sorry, dude. Let's just recalibrate. I only have 3 monitors, so that's kind of low. I have 5 monitors plus a 55-inch TV that I can make into 4 other monitors in my other office. This is definitely less than I'm used to. MK, you didn't answer me, man. Is it any, like, you saying this stuff about the dumping, is it any different from the analysis I've given that I've tweeted about on Friday? Like, why are the futures dumping? And why could the spot price dump tomorrow? Tell me why. What's up, Kratos? Glad you're watching, man. Why are we in hyperspace, dude? I don't know, man. Big one's pumping. It's not much of a party stream. It's just normal, just a weekly close coverage stream, right? Where big one's doing stuff, making money. Yeah, monitor lizard, whatever that is, dude. Oh, we did it. We exceeded 420 likes. Thank y'all. We'll do this, of course, right?
Is that a joint?
Real.
Bruh.
Let's go, man. Let's hit target 8709. Just digging this music. Who's getting... Am I really being excited, Renee? Like, you can't even say I'm being excited. Like, I'm being, like, normal. Just covering the asset that's moving up and not down. MK, that might be true, but there's only one time when we've hit the 1618. The major 1618, and it's been over the past trading week. And we've stalled, and we're showing more exhaustion on higher highs. So, again, man, we could very well sell off to at least hit the demand line of that upsloping support, or the, you know, the upsloping little trend we're in, the velocity trend. Angle descent's insanely steep. What's up, Dan, man? Good to see you. Jesus People's in here. I'm going to go 60-minute real quick. Here we are, man. All right, so we were trying to break that 60-minute range. We were above it for a little bit, but we have since pulled back and no higher. So yes, why are we not at the moon yet? Well, history, man. Like, this is a zone, dude. You're at the top of the zone. Sorry. As you can see, support, resistance, support, chop and consolidation, indecision here, lots of it before going again. Here we are, resistance, close and reverse on the fake out, and then resistance. Very, very interesting area of resistance that we had just recently broke above, and we might be rallying, attempting to break above it once more. Square up 9,043. Yeah, Bryson, sure, man. I don't know, man. Like, if it's a bunch of people looking to get rich quick overnight, I mean, that's the inverse of what I instill here and what I teach. This is all about swing trading and patience. There is no get rich quick overnight. Even though technically the trade we did is, you know, if you took a position on it at entry, yeah, you'd be up a substantial amount. Again, less than 24 hours ago, this trade set it was posted to patrons. All right, MK, we'll see when they step in, though, right? How much we sell off before they come in to propel us higher. You watched my stream this morning when Bitcoin was at 13,850, and I said you'd expect us to reverse right here. Yeah, that's the golden retrace, right? The Mass Drummer, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the stream is called, like, Bitcoin hit the golden mean ratio, or not golden mean, the golden retrace. 618. It's like, yeah, those are like major reversal point. It could be, and it was. It truly ended up being that. Well, he's talking about the stream where I had like 44,000 views.
I may not say much in chat. I have severe mental disabilities, and because of streamers like you teaching the public, I have a real chance to actually pay my own way. BTC is giving me hope in an otherwise hard you for sharing your knowledge. Winking face.
Dang, Randy, man. Thanks for the $5 contribution, and you know, sharing your words, and thank you for watching and at least giving me a chance, right? Because each one of you watching right now, it was a first impression when you came in here, and maybe I was in a Viking or Moon Boy hat or something stupid, and I wonder how many people, you know, will judge a book by its cover when I have a hat on or something, and they'll leave and never come back, and I don't have any credibility because of that, right? So y'all the real ones for, again, giving me a chance, listening to my substance, and you like it. So just trying to, I mean, streaming just really started as like, hey, it's a hobby. I'm already helping people on Discord anyway in these communities. Why don't, you know, just stream it? And that's it. I didn't know, like, it was part-time. It was like on the side streaming, and I had no idea how it would take off. No idea, man. We were doing it in the worst bear trend in Bitcoin history, too. That wasn't easy, grinding through that. But, man, we not build a strong community because of it. 86.48, still below that area. Let's break it. 86.60 or so. Break it and hold it. Thanks again, Randy. Yeah, Miller, there's also a CME gap at 11,000 something. So there's also a gap at 76 something. They didn't fill. Not for real. Well, yeah, MK, but dude, I mean, it's January. It's going into February, so we could have a month sell-off and then come back and make resounding all-time highs on the stock market. Look at me now. Yeah, I'm in a spaceship and getting yelled at by concerned trolls and XRP moon boys, dude. Yeah, getting yelled at because I'm just expressing my own way. I didn't come from this market, dude. This is not how I learned technical analysis. I learned from another market that's been around for over 100 years. Not this one. I mean, the altcoin market's really only been around for about 2 years. A real altcoin market. I know altcoins have existed long before 2 years, but I'm talking about the new market is when like the ICO boom of 2017 came to be. That like a new meta of market, I think, emerged at that point. So that's what I'm talking about. I didn't learn this stuff here. So just to me, it's like people speculating on a project that, yeah, maybe it does stuff, but it's not going to correlate with the price action. It's not a true investment. It's just another type of gamble, man. Thanks, R-Lake, dude, for watching, man. What happened on 792, dude? Anything crazy? Can't even remember. So many episodes now, right? What are we on again? 841? Jeez. It's ridiculous. And it's like, we've had more streams than that. I mean, like we had Crypto and Chill, 131 episodes that are not counted. But then there were like many others, almost double that, where the day stream wasn't even included in the 130. Yeah, like I guess if you talk about confirmed like episodes, it's like 972 episodes. 131 were like under Crypto and Chill, under the scrubs. What's up with me, man? Dude, if you're just seeing it for the first time, you ain't seen nothing, dude. So 86.34. I mean, 17 minutes left till your 60-minute close. Candle close. And just below, pretty major resistance on a less significant time scale. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, it's real. Look how we regarded it as resistance before eventually busting through it. It took many hours to eventually absorb all the selling before you could break through it. And now you might have more absorption going on here before you could break it and run to higher prices. Nice emoji, Bradford. New emoji chat. Krusty's, it's not going to change. They changed the algo. People aren't supposed to make it big on YouTube anymore, Krusty. It's not like, since June of 2019, everything's changed for everyone, right? You can't just pick up a crap load of new subs now. It just doesn't work anymore. Even when Bitcoin pumps, right? It doesn't matter. Like, even if Bitcoin pumps to like 14K and above, like, I don't think I'll be getting the sub count, new subs like I was then, because of the way it works now. I don't know, dude. Dude, we're just hanging out, man. I mean, like, what do you want? Been live for almost 2 hours now.
Please stay with us as much as you can tonight. We are very thankful.
Thanks, Voodoo Man. Appreciate it, dude. What was that contribution? Wow, Tezos. Thanks for the 6.36 Tezos, another exotic crypto contribution. He had tipped earlier 13.19 of Zcash. Thank you, dude. Well, doing all I can, man, but if there's not hype, right, I can only like stay live long enough. Like once after a couple hours, you start relying on your live chat to keep the stream going. Like if people don't talk, right, if there's like a slow amount of chat engagement, like I'm just sitting here looking at a brick wall, right? So I'll do all I can, Voodoo Man, but yeah, YouTube glory days are long gone. Yeah, that's exactly right, Rick Schmitz, man. CryptoTube, no thanks, dude. I would do CryptoTube, aka another dead platform too. No decentralized live stream platform's gonna work right now. There's not near enough adoption into crypto itself. So good luck, dude. There have been others that have tried, and they're still as irrelevant and useless as ever, dude. And I say a platform is useless when it doesn't have a viewer base, a viewership ecosystem. DLive tried and failed miserably, so bad that Tron Connect ended up buying them with the shekels they acquired from dumping on everyone's head during the Great FOMO. They acquired BitTorrent, BTT the same way. They didn't do anything. BitChute, like who's really using BitChute, dude? What's the other one? Library. No one's using that stuff yet, dude. It's like suicide It's like career suicide for someone who's a live streamer to go to these platforms exclusively. Like no one's watching over there. No one goes there to watch. You will never grow if you go to these platforms. So yeah, it's great, and it's ideally great, but it's just in reality, it's not yet, because crypto's nothing still. Crypto's still in a very infantile stage of its development. Drew Martin, that's not true. Not true at all, and it's proven now. Drew Martin says, somebody huge has to move like PewDiePie for anything to change. Well, Drew, you must not know your history, because that's exactly what DLive did. They paid PewDiePie, I think, over $1 million to exclusively stream at least once a week on DLive and nowhere else. And he accepted the money and went over and is doing it. And I think he's still doing it. And guess what? No growth for DLive. Why? Because what happens when people go to DLive to watch him live, and he's an exclusive content creator for statics anyway. He's not a live streamer. He's not like, that's not how he made it big. But anyway, people go there. What happens when they get done watching him? They leave DLive and they go back to YouTube or Twitch, because there's no one else that they know or watch that's on DLive. The ecosystem comes for PewDiePie, then that entire ecosystem leaves. Mixer's trying it the kind of the better way, where they're getting, but I don't know, they got Shroud and Ninja, which are like two of the biggest streamers that were on Twitch. They signed contracts with them, pay them a lot of money, and I think they're doing a little bit better of a job than DLive did all in. But I think Microsoft and Mixer learned from DLive's fatal mistake of just getting one content creator, not a bunch. And you really want to get like a bunch of people that, like, if someone watches Shroud, they might very well watch Ninja, because it's like common. They play like first-person shooters and stuff like that. Okay. But what is PewDiePie? I don't even know what he streams. He doesn't do video games. He just does random stuff, so. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, video game, people aren't gonna like stay over there.
Good.
State Kings, man. Oh my God, State Kings, man.
Soon I will have you apprentice.
I will not join you, man. Let's go. Hype in the chat. Whew. Wow. Did you hear that, chat?
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
What's up, honey boy? Hype in the chat for honey boy joining. House Harmonic. Welcome, dude. Respect the TA or be destroyed. That's pretty much it. Okay. Oh yeah, Randy, it's true. They have the views. But people search. SEO is great, man. That's what I need. I need SEO. I need, like, when I'm live and Bitcoin's trending or something, I want people to be able to search and find me, versus Twitch is not like that at all. Vimeo, a joke, dude. There's no ecosystem there. There's no ecosystem even really on Mixer. It's Twitch and YouTube still. The good news is for YouTube, staying loyal it might pay off, okay? So as of
Want to learn more? Join the Patreon. My overall portfolio is down, and since I joined, my past positions have be up. Already made 3x the cost of the monthly dues this month. Keep doing you, boo, keep doing you.
W Valen, man. Thanks for the $10 worth of XR Pay. Wow, dude. So I've been tipped Zcash, Tezos, Bitcoin, XRP in this stream. A very well diversified, and fiat, of course, blend of contributions. Very grateful, y'all. Thank you. Okay. Very cool. Hey, and thank you for the advocacy of the Patreon. I really appreciate that. It's just, man, that speaks highly, man. Thank you, dude. Very grateful. Now, what were we talking about? We were on a roll, weren't we, Mr. Valen? I got like 5 new subs tonight. Let's go, 5 new subs, dude. Yeah, exactly, dude. Maybe where the algo before, I'd maybe made like 30, 50 subs. John Doe, it's self-fulfilling stuff, dude. Bitcoin's not, I don't think Bitcoin's pumping because of anything in Iran. That's just my opinion. And you know that if you watch the stream and you really follow the technical analysis. It was all technical. It was not news driven. Maybe it's self-fulfilling, but Shanghai composite dumping. Oh, I mean, you'd think, man, right? I mean, more and more bad news coming out about the coronavirus. It's terrible. 3 and 2%. Wow. Yeah, TradingView, if you don't know, Coiner just asked, as of yesterday or last night, TradingView followed me on Twitter, dude. So hype in the chat for TradingView. Like 77,000 followers. We made it, chat. We made it. But yeah, like, Mr. Valen, dude, it's like, joining the Patreon, I would wait till the 1st of February. If you're thinking about joining, join then. Don't join right now because your Patreon, unfortunately, bills at the beginning of the month. And that's just kind of the way we have to do it. So it's like, that's why I don't advertise Patreon unless it's like the first week of the month. And then after the first week of the month, I kind of chill out and don't really advertise it much anymore because there's not as much value because you only get it for 3 weeks or less. So yeah, wait till the 1st if you're going to join the Patreon. Much love. Does it have anything to do with the halving? I don't know, Loud. I really don't know. I mean, you think maybe, but again, we had a very nice 6-month uptrend, right? The big impulse up. And then we went through like a 6-month correction. Retrace 65% of the way, 50% on log scale. Those are moderate retraces where people very well could see value. They would perceive value at those areas based on what we know about fibs. And so we had like a minor higher low, we had a divergence, we had all these different reasons and why it might break the upside, and it has. Whoa, dude. Dude. Nuh-uh. We're not doing that. Calm down with the satanic moaning. Oh my God, dude. No, it's all good, Wes, man. Thank you, dude, again. Paradoxum, dump what? What are you talking about, dude? Based on what? Dump is not an argument, right? That's just literally a word that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, glad you didn't, Crypto Legend. Just wait, dude. Everyone wait till the 1st, please. I do not want to see people join the Patreon literally right now. Is that true, MK, man? Not on this market. Not on the crypto market, which is what we're talking about. All right. Will we touch 8709 bit snap? You'd think we could. I mean, how close were we? Highest high was 86.83. Yeah, man, we were pretty close, weren't we? I think we could. I mean, we just broke into the critical range, or like we were below it, and now we're in it. And now the real resistance to break is like 86.60. What comes to the Patreon membership, AKL? So trade setups, right? Again, the most recent trade setup was I posted it yesterday. Sorry, don't worry about that. I don't know why it keeps doing that when I refresh. It's so stupid. Like, this was just a trade setup posted 21 hours ago, less than 1 day, right? And, you know, you were near entry. I know we hit it. I got filled. And that's it. It's like, what? Okay. 4-hour trade setup, falling wedge, bullish divergence, shorting of the thrust. Makings of a varsity athlete. I mean, you're almost at target. That's it, dude. But you have that. But that's not even the most valuable resource, even though you'd think maybe, right? I think the most valuable aspect of the Patreon is the education involved, right? Where, okay, I show a trade setup. That doesn't help you become self-reliant or know how to trade. I mean, but I do teach in the Patreon how to become self-reliant and how to be able to identify patterns, divergence, exhaustion, everything. And I show you and in the Patreon, like with clips, like how to approach a chart. We give the analogy on the cake baking, everything. And what, I mean, people charge thousands and thousands for. I do it for free on stream, and then we just clip it and then post it on the Patreon feed. And then, so it's like kind of like a convenience thing. But you would think about joining the Patreon as like an installment plan to my streams, so you can better follow along. So you're, you know, eventually you're able to find trade setups on your own without me. It's beautiful, man. Of course not, Josh or John. Sorry, John Heeb. No, of course not. It's not only Bitcoin. No, it's $100 a month, dude. The stuff that the value inside of my Patreon, there are people that are again charging thousands of dollars, and they provide less value than what my Patreon offers, like real life. Not even joking. Daniel Bernard says, been following you for 1.5 years and can honestly say it's nice to have a spot with like-minded individuals and not where others think you're crazy for crypto interest. Thanks for the content. Well, I mean, we're interested in crypto healthily, right? Healthily interested in crypto, not delusional like most people in this space, right? That have never traded or cared about financial markets before are suddenly in the market. They think completely different than somebody who's experienced a real market and learned from that market. And then we come here to this market and it's like, what are people thinking about valuations and how things should be perceived as valuable? So those people we clash with. And yeah, I can't make somebody change their delusional minds because they were watching some Moon Boy in the Great FOMO of 2017. Can't change that. But we can't save everyone, but we can definitely save some people. That's right, AKL, yeah. And you can watch them at your leisure. There's so many, dude. It's like, it's compounding. Like each month that goes by, we have more educational clips that get added. There's already so many, just more and more get added. And it's just like the value. So that means the value compounds. So you're getting more and more value every month, basically. So that sounds terrible. Thousands of dollars. Palm Beach group, dude. I don't know what that is, dude. John Wayne Jesus Man, oh my god, dude, he's here. King Logan, sound the alarms. We hacking into the Gibson. We just closed the 60-minute candle below the resistance. All right, the major battleground area at 86.59. That's okay. Big bullish candle though, and look at the volume involved. Even though we don't care so much about volume, it's still pretty high on the move up. Not bad, dude. So, you know, that is your first 60-minute candle of the new day that closed. 3 hours until your first 4-hour candle of the day closes. All right. Sorry. Whew. You never know what's going to happen when you stream, dude. You never know.
Good.
Could we take a look at beautiful /USD recent moves, please? Cheers.
Voodoo, man. Thanks for the 1337 of something. Might be a different one again. No, it's Zcash again. Thank you, dude. Yeah. We'll take a gander, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, this one's really not that beautiful, dude. I mean, it's okay. You know, something I do like about it. So it hit like all-time lows. You know, just November, December, kind of double bottomed. And it rallied on up. Kind of reminds me of like ICX a little bit, where the ice line, you can see it. It was a support at one time. Became resistance. You failed and dumped to lower prices. But you've rallied. And look how you've held above the ice line.
Listen to number 1. He will teach you the laws of making money.
John Luke, man, thanks for 420. I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you, dude, for the contribution. Much love. So it's good, man. It's good. You engulfed like Bitcoin. You have like no negative momentum. You're not overbought. Yeah, this could attempt to rally again. Very well could. I can like major resistance up here at like oh, you gotta be effing kidding me, dude. It doesn't let me change it. I can't show you what price that is. It's $69.50, nearly $70. I mean, that's like a major resistance. I think if you can hold above this long enough, eventually you would see $70. All right, and another way we can look at it is simple, very simple with Fibonacci. From the, I don't know, we'll go candle close to candle close. Screw that wick. So candle close to candle close. You know where we are. Right, we've already hit the beginning of the golden zone. So between $60 and $80 is where you could expect major reversals to the downside based on the trend, or this move down, right? But of course, Bitcoin continues to rise higher. This would go with it, but it makes perfect sense that the next target above 60 would be 70 because of overhead resistance, and it's a 50% retrace. That's it, dude. Next target, $70. If Bitcoin holds up, you got a good chance. All right. I mean, you'll run up and test 60 again, and you could obviously fail. But I'm just saying, like, if you can break resistance of the consolidation, yeah, $70 lines up perfectly. After 70 is 80. I know it's rounded numbers, but sometimes it just happens. This is just one. It's a kind of coincidence, man. It's not like everything's like that. $80, $70, whatever. Okay. Thanks, Voodoo, man. It's the dragon, man. The dragon. Voodoo, man. Sorry, I just saw the beautiful artwork you posted. Fantastic, man. That's not the real dragon, though. That's like a much better looking dragon, but not really the chart, man.
Isn't the 200 AMA around 8,900? I bet we bounce off that resistance with power.
So thanks for threes, dude. It is, yeah. I turned it off. I had the Gaussian up, so I was just doing something with it, but. Yeah, 89.16. Yeah, you'll hit that. I mean, you very well could. That's fine, man. That's definitely a big deal, man. I mean, 200-day moving average is extremely important. Like can set the tone for the entire trend. You want to eventually be above that, and you want this 200-day moving average to be up sloping, not down sloping like it is now. We got to get this to turn around. The only way this moving average is going to turn around is sustained, sustained price action to the upside on Bitcoin. And I'm saying sustained, meaning like it would need to run for weeks to the upside. It's the only way this thing's going to turn around, curve back to the upside. That's where you want it to. Always want these to be pointing up, not down.
Can you take a look at Tezos? I like how you read charts.
Oh man, I gotta fix that. It's normally a $3 TTS minimum, but it's a loophole on crypto. Thanks for the $1. Lower high. I mean, you ran up, you sold off, you attempted your rally. It was a lower high than the previous high. That's it. Lower high, almost hidden bearish divergence, but it was just bearish convergence, so still not really good. I mean, it'd be great to pivot and rally, but I mean, if this was the top, then we could see much lower prices because X, A, B, C, D stuff. There's no indication on the daily that we're going higher, except maybe just a small bullish engulfing candle. That's about it. Nothing else beyond that. So, I mean, if it's to rally again, I mean, 177 and 186 are going to be your resistance points. I mean, you're not even above. Look, C. Look, you hit that.
Bounty hunters.
Sold
We
off.
don't need that scum.
What's up, Tijal? Welcome, dude. Glad to have you. So until you, again, break above 165 and hold above it, this could very well be the lower high, and you could sell off more. But as long as you sell off and you make a higher low than this low, everything will be fine in time. But this had its run, right? This harmonic was in development from February of 2019 all the way to October of 2019. Here's the move up, and after that, well, I mean, again, dude, you can't say we're at value areas for long. So then we move on to something else where there is value. Okay, it's just not. I mean, it's like a lower high. That's all that's happened so far. Attempted rally failed, so we could dump again. That's it. Sorry, man. Whew. Got great news yesterday on Bitcoin, hitting that bullish engulfing candle at a nice line, closing above it, closing at its highest point of the day. Of the week? Isn't it of the week? Maybe not. No, maybe not. But Gaussian channel still green, as it went green on the 19th of January, and is now up sloping, curving up. The last time the Gaussian channel went green for the first time out of the red, Bitcoin appreciated in value 275% of the way before eventually pulling back. So here we are again, man. Very good stuff. Very good. But eventually, yeah, you do have to get above the 200-day moving average. That's not a joke at all. Wow, West, man, that sounds awful, dude. Is there bull flag on Dash? I think there's bull flags kind of on a lot of assets, Wolver, man. And you think that Dash is going to, if Bitcoin runs up, then Dash is probably going to follow it. It's not going to dump, you'd think. That's right. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and the others, the victims of the crash too. What? We got 500 likes? Really? Dang, man. Thanks for the 512 freaking likes. Okay. If that's the case, man. We going. Hybrid drive. Thank y'all so much. Let's go about the 4 hour. $86.62, man. Less than 3 hours to go until this close. But you got your targets, 87.09, 88.24, and 89.88, the 786, all of them are reversal areas, but also profit-taking levels for this pattern, this falling wedge. Would I short at the 200 or wait for divergence? Of course, dude, I'd wait. Right? You never take a position based off one thing, Vitalis. Always a group of things. You want, like, you can read a chart, and the chart can tell you something with one oscillator, but it can be completely wrong. All right, sorry, we made it to the 500 like system. Thank y'all so much. We made it, dude. So you always want to look for multiple things. Maybe if we're at the 200-day moving average and we were showing extreme amounts of exhaustion on multiple time scales with bearish patterns and everything, maybe. But it being the 200-day moving average is not the sole reason and purpose why you'd be going short there, would it be? No, it wouldn't. It's always about the many variables, not the one. It's always about the many trades, not the one. John Hebe, yeah, man, EOS looks great, potentially. It looks great for upside. It looks great for upside, potentially. EOS, yep. Wait, did we look at it, though? Did someone request that? I think someone actually requested that. I messed up, dude. No, maybe not. I think I'm good. Yeah. I don't think I requested. No, no request. What's up, Matt C? So whatever, dude. I mean, like, you know, I'm just here. I've been here for 2 hours and 13 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Nah, man. The day that Bitcoin pumped to the upside, all the alts pumped with it. So, again, no, Bitcoin's not following the alts, really. Nope, not really, dude.
Yumani took $33. I just appreciate the education you provide me.
Oh my God, Yumani, man. Turn on the bloody shields. Dude, hype in the chat for Yumani.
I know it would help the algorithms to get more subs. Put Tesla in the search description and check Tesla stock once a day. The Tesla guys are getting subs quickly.
Maybe they're doing static videos too. Yeah, that might be the case. I don't know. Thank you, Todd, for the suggestion and the contribution, but dang, dude, Yumani, man. Well, I mean, Session Top Jesus for Fiat. We know we had State of Kings earlier that came in with a C note of the corn, the big corn. Thank y'all, really. And, yeah, people like you are what keeps the stream going. Yumani and others, Todd, State of Kings, thank y'all. Cameron, you must be just tuning in. You can rewind to the beginning of the stream to get my deep, my in-depth 15 minutes straight up analysis of all time scales where I discuss everything. And as you can see on the screen right here, not a big one, but you can see my targets, 87.09 and 88.24. We are very, very close. And we are not showing any buyer exhaustion on any time scale that is worth a crap. Meaning 60-minute and up, no buyer exhaustion. 60-minute is just showing a smidge of overboughtness. 4 hours not overbought, daily's not overbought, weekly, monthly, none of those are overbought. The weekly, if you don't know, if you're just tuning in, the weekly positive histogram went green for the first time since the week of August 19th, 2019. That's huge. The monthly still in the process of painting a bullish engulfing candle for the first time since February of 2019, a year ago. The daily finished up closing and painting a bullish engulfing candle, breaking above critical support resistance areas. So every time scale actually looks phenomenal for the bullish case, not the bearish case. That's it. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, dude, Bitcoin's been following ETC. Nah, dude, they were just, I mean, like, at the same time, Bitcoin was getting exhausted. So was, dude, Ethereum Classic, it follows its own thing. But you can't say, oh, look, dude, when Bitcoin had its tremendous run up, its real rally at the beginning of 2019, everything underperformed except a couple, like a few, like BNB and EOS for a little while, and a couple others. And when Bitcoin began to correct in June to like recently, everything sold off worse than Bitcoin did, where Bitcoin only retraced 65% of the way. Ethereum Classic retraced 100% of the way. Litecoin retraced like 80% of the way. Ethereum, same thing, all of them. Bitcoin had one of the best runs in 2019, and it's had one of the most shallow retraces of the correction of all coins on the market. It's hard to argue with that. When I say targets to take profit, Crypto Legend, like from an entry trade, a trade entry at 8,321, and here we are, 86.63, approaching a 50% retrace of just a falling wedge pattern. They've been outperforming Bitcoin this month. Face it, dude. Hello, like, it's not like I'm not saying that that's not the case, but you're like looking at the month, then zoom out, then scroll out and look at everything. Where Bitcoin's been outperforming everything for the past year, and that's true. So yeah, 1 month, the assets that lost 100% of their gains to 90% of their gains, when Bitcoin only lost 65% of its gains. Yeah, the altcoins are coming back up more violently because they retraced and sold off much worse. They lost all their value. Bitcoin didn't. So yeah, it would make sense for them to maybe outperform in the short term because of that. But you got to look at it contextually. You can't just say because of 1 month everything is amazing for altcoins. You have to zoom out and go at least back a year. Okay, well, Nicole stuff, you must be new because it's not like we didn't say that there was opportunity on Ethereum Classic at around $4. We were showing bullish divergence on the daily, weekly bullish divergence, and 100% retrace, and a supply line that was broken. I mean, you have to be new to say this stuff. You're acting like I'm a Bitcoin maxi and I never talk about altcoins when we talk about them all the time. All right, dude. Well, hey, it was fun talking to you. Have a good one, man. It's Aussie Day. Hype in the chat for Aussie Day. Dang, dude. Thanks for the 548 freaking likes. Y'all are amazing. This is it, man. It's the CZ, dude. Australia Day. I don't know what I should do, man. Vegemite, dude. I've got what I need for it. Should probably just do it in their honor. Virtual Quantus, oh, believe me, I know. Like, you don't just do that. You don't say that stuff. You don't, like, insult the person who's just trying to help people for free. Believe me, I know. They're just kids. Just children. And that's okay, man. Welcome to the internet, where there's mentally ill people everywhere. We have to deal with it every day. Well, I thought the fires were chilling out some, right? I think a lot of rain's been coming in, giving a lot of relief. Cameron, how would I know? That's not how TA really works, where you set a target from an entry and then I don't care about the intra impulse stuff, right? You play it, you let it ride, and you're hoping at this point we would hit. It doesn't make sense why we wouldn't probably hit 8,700. I get it. The 60-minute is showing that one little resistance area, but we just might be absorbing sell orders there. Buyers might be absorbing sell orders. It takes time. That's why you don't just immediately shoot through a support resistance. It takes time, hugging it for a while, and then you can break through it. Don't do it. Zoom, I don't know, man. We can look at it. Sure, dude. Thank you, Bankhead, for the 3s. Bearish Garley? Nah, not really. Zoom was kind of nuts, though. It had that weird wedge, remember? Bearish Garley. You know, the wedge, like you fell below it, then you bounced. Right? You had it was like a shakeout, dude. It was like everything you needed, right? Coinciding variables 886. Then you made like a 98% retrace, 99% retrace. Then rallied, underperformed, dumped again. Higher low than previous low. So accumulation's real. You're talking about bearish Gartley. What are you talking about? Like X, A, B, C, D? Nah, man. Probably not, dude. Another way we can look at this. There's like probably 1 and 2 here. Look at that. That's like some sort of supply line way up there, but you could also anchor 1 and 2 here, and this gives you kind of a decent look. Oh yeah, that's perfect, man. Perfect, right? Because when you anchor 1 and 2, and you anchor here and here, you get another touch. It's beautiful. So you have broken out for sure. So yeah, nice accumulation there. So there is maybe potentially more upside potential. Why do I keep saying potential? God.
Let's hype the chat. What do you think, guys, fam? Crazy night. Boom, boom, boom.
Voodoo, thanks for the crypto contribution. Yeah, what do you think, chat? Boom, boom, boom. I'm just not sure, man. It seems very chill for a night that should be maybe a little bit more hyped. But hey, man, I don't make the rules. I don't make the hype. Crypto the market makes the hype. Ah, my bad. So what has Zoom already done? Zoom's already hit a 38% retrace, a common retrace level. And what did it do? These are reversal areas. Will we reverse our price? We fell below 75.65, so that's kind of our support resistance area. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. What? Jesus. Okay, so you want to get back above 76 bucks soon, but you could just be consolidating, getting ready to run to the upside more. I think what he's meaning like X, A, B, C, D. Too deep of a retrace, man. A 98%, 99% retrace from this low. Too deep. I think you're probably like X, A, B, C, D, 2 or something. But again, I like going from the tops. I get what you're saying. Just look at it more like this, man. If you could ever get back above 78 bucks, your next target's 84.25, and you might reverse there, right? Because 85 bucks is exactly pretty much where that resistance is, that overhead resistance. So that's a definite reversal area. After that's 89.74. But if you could ever get up here, then there's a good chance you might just see like $94, $95. Some major resistance up here. So that's it, man. Targets. You reverse, but we don't know how deep. This could keep going. Very well could keep going to the downside. You make another high, and then that's the composite man accumulating its position, and you could go much higher. It could be argued that a high to a higher high, lower levels positive Momo. Bearish divergence. Well, it looks like the bearish divergence is playing out right now. So wherever this ends up reversing, You want to make a higher low than 62.60 or
Huge
so.
Mitch, thanks for all the hours we spent here on stream learning a lot and more on the Patreon. Can you have a look at the coffee cup setup I posted in the Patreon chat? Is it valid?
Sorry about that. Dude, Tom Jones, thanks for the $69.06. What's with the 6 pennies, dude? What is the deal with the 6 pennies? Holy crap, hype in the chat. For Mr. Sintian, man. Thank you, dude. Let me reread that, though. My God. Coffee cup. Coffee cup, yeah. There's a lot of coffee cups you posted. Which one, though, man? Yeah, I mean, like, let me see if I can do something real quick. There's a bunch of them. I'm not sure which one exactly. I'll just go with this one, I guess. Sorry, my contacts, man. I was talking about right here. His cup with handle idea on Bitcoin, which this was like 9,500. I can't even use my mouse cursor. It won't let me show it on the screen. But he's saying cup with handle. But again, I don't like cup with handles that are lower highs than the previous high. Right? I like higher high cup with handles or the same matching highs before the flag or the handle starts. But I mean, sure, it could happen, but again, I don't. How do you plot really the measured move if it's a lower high too, right? And that sings to what would make something valid or not. EOS is a perfect example of what you would want for real, like no joke. EOS, dude. Breaking out, by the way. Accumulation, by the way. EOS breakout. Good start, baby. Good start, patrons. So, the patron entry was, as soon as I posted it, you were at entry for this. But again, why does this look so much better than Bitcoin on EOS? Because you made a higher high on the right part of your cup than the left part. A higher high, not a lower high. And then the consolidation, high and tight, looks beautiful, like a bull pull bull flag. Measure move of the structure, 627, 628, whatever. Up here. It's beautiful, but a lot of things could stop this asset from getting there in time. Overhead resistance 423, 468. Those will be problem areas, maybe, for EOS. But other than that, yeah, like, look. I think a valid target would not be the measure move. I mean, I think that is one for layering out, but I think the major target for this asset is 558 to 580 because that is extremely important historical resistance, and it could prevent EOS from getting to its 100% measure move. And that's what Bulkowski talks about. Says, hey, why would a pattern not hit its measure move? Well, overwhelming amounts of resistance looking left. And yeah, dude, that's tons where we could definitely majorly reverse there to the downside again. Okay, so 580, kind of what your 560 to 580 is kind of your target, not so much the measure move, even though it's there. Yeah. Okay. Great. Hey, good news for EOS. You're finally breaking back above the November 5th high. That's like the left part of the cup. Break above that, hold above it, and then run. Be kings. Pray for Bitcoin. Bitcoin performance really helps these assets go to the upside, but go ahead and act like Bitcoin's performance has nothing to do with Bitcoin, or has nothing to do with these altcoins, and cry about it. That's probably best case scenario, right? No. Jesus. Sorry, dude, just a bunch of weirdos come in sometimes and just talk crap when they don't know what I've done for 2 years, the work I put in. No, do not wager on NBA ever. Never. Jason, I don't think I've ever made a bet on NBA ever. Cameron, I don't know. Like, it's very possible. All the altcoins I told you, like the arguments, like, yeah, they've all done, like, they all retraced much deeper than Bitcoin did. But they were showing weekly bullish divergence, a lot of them. And that's fine. That means, like, yeah, penny price action versus the upside. Yeah, there's potential upside on altcoins, just like Bitcoin. And since they got obliterated versus Bitcoin only shaving off 65%, they could, yeah, they're like responding. It's like knee-jerk reaction stuff. They're like trying to come back to Bitcoin. It looks like, it's seeming like, anyway. Spock talk true. Yeah, true that. I agree. It's like, yeah, we can't stop freedom of speech, but if it's a company, they can say, well, in our guidelines, you can't use our services if you say this. So it's like, yeah, freedom of speech, but the government's like, oh, the company said you can't. I mean, it's free market, right? And I understand it's touchy and there's no real resolution. Not really. Post EOS on Twitter. It's whatever, dude. I mean, I could, obviously, but I just posted today on Bitcoin. Well, thanks for the nearly 600 people still hanging out while we just, we're looking at EOS here, but we can, Bitcoin's not really doing anything, Chad. I mean, like in the past hour, right? It went to a high point, then pulled back, it's kind of climbing again, but it's not its highest side of the day yet. Really, when it is focusing on the 4-hour chart, I mean, this is the one, this is the chart to be honed in on with Bitcoin, because we're in a current trade right now, a swing trade. It could be a day trade. If we get to 87.09 in the next 3 hours, it'd be a literal day trade. What? Yeah, Peabody, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely another variable that could affect everything big time. You think the games would be easier than usual because it's tied to Kobe, but I don't know, man. Like, you'd have to really know the relationships of players on each team and what they had with Kobe over the years, man. That would require serious insight into the game, which I'm not saying is impossible. I mean, I do that stuff with college football. Like, that's definitely stuff that can help you have an edge and make money consistently. But again, it's a different sport that I don't follow at all. So. I mean, Wolver, dude, it's not like I didn't just post a trade setup on Bitcoin at 72.50 entry, right, Wolver? It's not like I didn't call the bottom 33.43 way back. I mean, yeah, you get more followers, of course, dude, but... We will see, Dennis, man. You should bet on it. Hey, Rock. Maybe if that's your thing, dude, if you found a system, you've created a system. I mean, that's what I did. I created a system in college football over the past 11 years. And if it works for you, go with it, man. And hey, it's even better if it's the sport that you love. That's a big deal, man. That's the only way it works, in my opinion, because you have such a strong passion for something and you invest so much time into it, energy, effort, studying it, just like trading, man. Yeah, this is good music, dude. Really good music. I'll post the playlist. I just found it today, actually. A lot of good songs on this one, man. There you go. Posted January 1st, 2020, too. My God, I gotta go to the bathroom again, chat. I'm dying. US getting to pump. DR865, that's right, dude. dude. I gotta, yeah. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Dead in the chat. Thing about it is, like, Bitcoin needs to go, like, if you get an accumulation of chat engagement and viewers and subs and stuff, it, like, has to be sustained runs, right? You have to have, like, not just one run, one trade. It has to be like, and I'm talking like on Bitcoin, the trade we had, the legendary trade, the Gartley, man, the Gartley, or even this one for that matter. That this was a brilliantly played out perfectly before even the reversal. But dude, even down here, man, the Gartley, every target was hit, right? The trade was brilliant, beautiful, sexual. Oh my God, we were euphoric and excited and happy and making money, but no one else in the market really cared. Like, you didn't see the Moon Boys and the huge spike in sub count and viewer count really until April 1st and 2nd. So, like, the good stuff happened first. We were by ourselves, really, and then this is the explosion of growth for my channel over and over and over. Oh my God, 3 to 4K, or it was like average of 2,000 people watching per day for, months, until the correction, and then everything subsided back to where, like, man, on days like this, was seeing before, without volatility, seeing like back to 300, 400 viewers concurrently. So, or less, especially if I did night streams. Night streams are like, well, I do a night stream when there's no volatility, no demand for live coverage, Danny, no, I don't really. I know people do. Even a couple patrons use the Heiken Ashai candles. I'm not discounting it, is what I'm trying to point out. It's definitely a way you can look at things. I think some people say it takes out a lot of the noise and stuff. Okay. There's no need to look at XRP and log scale. I mean, the way you have it plotted is the way I had a falling wedge and it played out, hit a target, and it's working on the second target. So, if you've been banned from the chat and you want to be unbanned, you have to talk to the mods in the Discord. Brad, Fisher, or Julia. Yeah, Brad is an admin. Right click on his name and whisper him or PM him, let him know, and he'll do a little work and see why you're hidden, because we have pretty much strong documentation on everyone who's been banned, for sure. He dashes up about 4.6%. Cash up 3.5% today. Everything else is kind of floating around 1% up. Yeah. Best to chill right here. Look here and listen. What would make me extremely bullish on Bitcoin? Dude, what's happening right now is making me more bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, dude, this is just ad nauseum at this point. To people that really watch me, you're gonna just be like, I'm sick of this, dude. The monthly candle, bullish engulfing, first time since February of last year. We're talking 11 months since our last bullish engulfing candle on pretty much the most significant time scale that exists, monthly. That is what? Bullish. The weekly, where we have broken above a historical resistance zone. We broke it, we back tested it, and now we are trying to begin to engulf a break, hook, and go confirmation breakout maybe on Bitcoin on a weekly, the second most significant time scale that exists. What else that we've been talking about for a few weeks now? Bitcoin is showing its first level of positive momentum this week. It just opened. Since August 19th of 2019, that week. Very, very long time. So the monthly, bullish. The weekly, actually bullish. The daily, just closed. Bullish engulfing candle. Breaking back above critical overhead resistance support areas. Historical ones. Big deal. That's bullish. So the daily, the weekly, the monthly, all bullish. The 4-hour, effing bullish. This is a trade setup. So you ask me, like, what would make me extremely bullish on Bitcoin? Breaking above overhead resistance at 9,500 to 10,000 and holding it for a sustained amount of time and then running again to the next target. That is what would make me extremely bullish. Breaking 95 to 9,600 and staying above it. That's it. Until then, we're still in a correction. I don't care about how bullish everything is on the oscillators, the VFI, whatever, the Gaussian tool that, this is another thing, right? Going back to the daily on Bitcoin, another thing that's spectacular about Bitcoin right now is this. You've gone green, January 19th. We tweeted about it day one. As soon as it happened, within 30 minutes of this happening, I tweeted about it. The last time when Bitcoin went from red to green on the Gaussian channel, Bitcoin appreciated 275% in value. And that was back March 3rd, 2019. You see it, it's almost like everything is bullish on Bitcoin. Like the technicals are screaming higher prices. I mean, they're literally screaming bloody murder higher prices on all time scales. But again, that can all fail until we get into an uptrend. And an uptrend, again, I'm telling you, an uptrend on Bitcoin is this. Holding that discernible swing high where traders settled up. Running again. Breaking. Holding the next support resistance area. You can see it. And then running again. Breaking. Holding. And that's how the trend happens. We have not once made a higher high than our major discernible swing high of the structure we were in, this downtrend, this correction. Break this, hold it, run again. That's how we're most bullish, okay? But other than that, before all this happens, yeah, it looks extremely good on all time scales. That's it, man. Whew. Hello, anyone there? Am I even still live? Probably not, dude. If that's not enough of an astute analysis of Bitcoin, then go watch some Moon Boy. Jesus. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is. It's overbought on the 60-minute. Yeah, David, that happens all the time. Not really concerned about a 60-minute being overbought. It's not showing bearish divergence, which is when you show exhaustion. That means that, yeah, the RSI could reset a little bit and go again before you show exhaustion, right? Just because you're overbought does not mean you're exhausted. Divergence signifies exhaustion. We showed bullish divergence again into bullish convergence on the higher low. Sellers were exhausted at these critical historical levels. Logan took his long just on an engulfing candle. We ended up taking our long on the confirmation engulfing candle on the back test of the spring. So we got a little bit better, I don't know, of a long than us, but not by that much. And again, like he didn't really know yet. This was what could really made me feel confident about higher prices, the accumulation. You gotta go have a Patreon that tells you about all this stuff. If you're willing to learn, you can learn about everything I'm talking about in the Patreon. And yeah, we do have an educational resource tab in the Discord you can also check out. I don't care about the yearly candle. That's not going to do anything for me, man. Like, I don't even care. I don't ever look at the, like, what's the point of looking at the yearly? It's just not going to do anything, man. It's just not going to give you any kind of clarification. Like, I don't care about the yearly. I care about the monthly, the weekly, the daily. Those are really important. 4 hour can be, especially talking about shorter term swing trades. So it all looks good, man. Just a little overbought on the 60-minute. That's it. That's the only weakness sign. That's not even weakness, dude. Yeah, got to get over the 200-day moving average, which is a little over 8,900, which we're not there yet. Right, 8,900 is above the second target of this trade. Which I think is very possible we could see the 200 again. So, I mean, as long as what the chart is telling us, what we're reading from the charts is Bitcoin should probably see the 200-day moving average again, and at least test it. How's a decade candle looking? Yeah, dude, good one. I don't know, man. It's looking good. Looking real good, man. Well, thanks, Jurgen, for giving me some feedback on the crazy in-depth analysis of Bitcoin I just did. Thank you, dude. All right, man. I mean, I want to stay live. It's just what's I gonna do? Podcast engineer, if you're still watching it, I'm seeing your feedback and suggestions. Yeah, it's because I'm on this rinky-dink desk. See, at least in my other setup, I could have my mic like the the mic holder thing, you know, the swinging mic thing. I have that on another table. So like if I bump the table that I use for everything, you won't hear that noise because like it's connected to another table. This table, if I touch anything, dude, if I put my phone down, put a drink down, everything is lined up with this microphone, dude. So I don't have a remedy for that. I don't have any, like the way this desk, I'd have to get a brand new desk to get rid of the problem for the microphone. I'm talking, if I touch the bottom of the desk with my feet, you're going to hear noises, and that's what podcast engineers talking about. So yeah, dude, it's just a crappy thing. It's an issue I've just got to think about and be like, how do I fix this? I'm going to have to like makeshift something to bring it in and get another mic arm to just put it over here that would come over here or something. I really don't know. Kind of sucks. You take a break? Yeah, it's a good idea, man. S&P open? Hey, man, go read my Twitter. Casbeats, one of my most recent Twitters on the S&P 500, and that should tell you what the market is telling us. That's it. Oh my God, dude, hype in the chat. Dude, we just hit 600 likes. Are you kidding me? Let's go, man. Thank y'all for the support. Really, really appreciate it. Soft plate under the mic. Still, though, I need an indirect mount for this thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. Because, like, anywhere, it's just going to be inconvenient if I do it. So, Bitcoin's pulling back off its highest side of the day. Highest side of the day and the 4-hour candle was 86.83, currently at 86.46. Oh, God, dash pumping HG, man. All in, dude. I just don't understand why people will say I'm going to be triggered and broke soon, because I called a trade setup on XRP and it hit its first target and it has yet to hit its second target yet. I don't understand like why I'm going to be triggered and screaming. Those just aren't the right words. You're just reading into me not looking at XRP right now. Oh man, XRP looks like many other S coins. They all look very similar. It's not going to be just XRP that pumps. Many others are going to pump too. What happened to Brian Harris? Hey, 92.5. Good to see you, dude. Coming in from the UK. It's super late over there, man. Yeah, 2 a.m. I don't do it, man. Tim Mosley. What's up, Mitch and fam? Just wanted to say thank you for all your hard work. Mine, been here since before Beasley, and I plan on staying till the end. Best tea on the tube. Thanks, man. I don't know about that. I'm just trying to show the world my passion, what I love to do, what I did as a hobby for many years. And that's it. That's as far as it went. Now I'm here. So yeah, man. Again, targets 87.09, 88.24, and 89.88. 1, 2, 3. You can layer out of your trade. You can let it ride for what? The idea of this. This is like a major idea I even tweeted about. Make sure I remember. This idea where it is you're trading the position. It's a position trade where you're like the much larger wedge, right? I'm trading a 4-hour pattern. You can't even see it on this chart. So you think about the idea trading a pattern that's much larger, much more developed. Targets 10,146, 11,032, 50%, 618. That's it. You get the chat, man. Ali G. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, pullback on SPY, SPX. Yep. No one got back to me on what could happen on the S&P by looking at Twitter, right? Sure thing, Six, man. Thanks for watching, dude. Might. Dude, I gotta do this, man. I'm gonna have to, like, get the Vegemite, toast some bread. I mean, I could do that right now. Just was hoping for like a more lit stream, you know, like the streams that are just like, I can't even read chat. Let's eat some Vegemite, man. It's just more like a, yeah. The masses don't truly believe yet, chat. They don't really believe in what Bitcoin's doing yet. They have to wait for the price action to talk, not the implying signals or implied signals from the market, which is what we're looking at. When did that happen, Coiner? Thanks for one of those likes, 8A man. Oh man, look at these patrons being super smart. 200 IQs, moving up their stops. Preserve some capital in case the worst happened and you dumped. Yeah, Julia's working too, so it's just like, meh. Exactly, King Logan says the masses will believe when it's too late to buy in and get wrecked. Yeah. Well, it'll be like where it's impossible for someone logical to answer the question because it's not really a value area, though Bitcoin could continue to run up from the areas they ask the question. It's not like something that we do where we're like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, taking along here is a great idea. Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? All right, man, dude. All right, 2 minutes until the 3-hour mark, which would make this a mini marathon stream, and that might be a good place to end it. All right, chat. Pulling back, 86.31. Get some dinner too. Gotta eat. I'm starving. Okay, man. Yeah, pulling on back. 60 minutes. This 1 hour candle is definitely like just big pullback. As you can see, you know, 40 seconds till a 60-minute candle. Oh yeah, there you go. What are you doing? You've hit the resistance like you've hit 1 billion times before. Again, rejecting it for the second time. So pull back. You can always come back down to 85.91 to test the bottom part of the zone. Support resistance zone, right? So that's all that's happening, man. You're just up against some selling pressure, just a little bit. It's not bad. It's not a violent pullback. It's just it happens. You're overbought, and if you pull back any, I mean, then you won't be overbought anymore. This is the only time scale where you're truly overbought, and it's barely. There it is. New candle has opened. Below the 86.59 resistance. Okay. Frickin' these things, dude. Ugh. Yeah, I want to say thanks so much, everybody, for the likes, the love, the support. It means a lot. We're getting ready. Navigation setting up for hyperdrive. So let's make that jump right now. thanks again for everything. Thanks for watching. Again, 86.59 is kind of a critical area on the 60-minute that must be broken resoundingly. You can do that. You're seeing 8709, 8800, 8900, and eventually 9000. Those are the targets. So, thanks for everything. I'll be back. I don't know when, man. I mean, there's an offshoot chance that Bitcoin pumps tonight, then I'll be back. But if not, I'll probably see you tomorrow. So, happy Australia Day. So, thank y'all. Till next time, respect the TA.
I was walking down a long, dark tunnel toward this beautiful light. It was beckoning me, pulling me toward the other side, like a powerful, irresistible force, calling my name toward this beautiful light, beautiful light, beautiful light, beautiful light, I was completely alone. In the darkness. One singular point of beautiful, it was beckoning me like a powerful, irresistible force. Singular point of beautiful light.
Good.
In time, trust.